To be an NFL kicker takes more than just nerves of steel and a strong leg. It also requires help from one of the key laws of physics.
It's easy to say, well, I just kicked the ball. Well, let's delve into it. Let's look at the specifics. What actually happens when you kick the ball, and why does the ball go where you ask it to go? And it is Newton's second law of motion.
The second law is one of three laws described in 1687 by Sir Isaac Newton, who used them to describe how and why objects move.
So the second law says if you have an object with a mass that is accelerating, and acceleration means a change in velocity, that is equal to the amount of force applied to the object. The way we say it with words is F is equal ma.
This also means that in order for an object like a football to accelerate, a force must be applied. To illustrate Newton's second law in kicking, we asked Morten Andersen, the NFL's all-time scoring leader, to perform his craft in front of a high-speed Phantom camera. The entire procedure unfolds in less than a second and a half, from snap to hold to kick.
It's all about training and rehearsing and doing something over and over and over again.
To reduce the chance of a block, NFL kickers take just 3 steps to the ball. The final step is with the plant foot, which provides the stable platform for the kick.
I call it the moment of truth, and the moment of truth is basically when your plant foot hits the ground next to the ball. You're either in the right position or the wrong position.
The kick itself involves the entire leg building the force necessary to launch the football.
It's a hammer, and you're swinging the hammer, and you're trusting it, and it's going to be, impacting the ball with great velocity.
An NFL kicker's foot is in contact with the ball for just 8/1000ths of a second, and in that time, his foot applies up to a ton of force to the ball. This quick, violent strike is a perfect example of what's known in physics as an impulse.
Impulse is an important concept because there is a finite time over which the foot is in contact with the ball, and during that time there's a force applied to the football.
An impulse is equal to the force multiplied by the time the force is applied, represented by delta T. If force is graphed versus time, it's possible to see how a larger force or a longer time for the force supplies a bigger impulse.
Since impulse is really just the change in momentum, and since a ball doesn't change its mass, we're really just talking about the change in the speed. The bigger the impulse, the bigger the change in speed, which means the faster the ball is moving after it leaves the kicker's foot.
Ironically, Andersen says the distance of the field goal doesn't change his approach to the kick itself.
Mentally, you want to look at a 50-plus yarder, like a 40-some yarder, with some room to spare. I think that's a good way to kind of fool yourself into thinking it's a shorter kick.
Whether the kick is short or long, Newton's second law explains what an NFL kicker must do to send a football through the uprights.
Hi, I'm Daniel Lewis, and for my NYP project, I am comparing kickers in the NFL that played soccer and did not play soccer, but I have done research on them because they're already the best in the world, and I haven't shown actual high school examples of what kickers would look like. And so I've never kicked a football before, and I play soccer for Riverwood High School, and I'm the goalkeeper, and I played soccer my entire life. And my friend Evan has not ever played soccer in his life, and he plays lacrosse in high school, and so it is also his first time kicking. So here we go. Subject number 1, play soccer in high school, never attempted a field goal before. It's good. Test subject number 2, never played soccer in school, and first time ever kicking a football. Close, but Test subject number 1, play soccer, 40 yards out. It's good. Test subject number 2 from 40 yards out. It hurt. And it was no good. As previously expected before the experiment, playing soccer in high school will help you become a better kicker faster.